What is up, you guys? Here I want to give another reaction video to UFC Fight Night. Blachowicz taking on Aleksandar Rakic for a possible #1 contender spot, hopefully down the line against Global Teixeira or Yuri Prochazka. I believe those two are scheduled to fight. But yeah, man, for Jan, this had to be a win fight. After losing the belt to Global Teixeira, for Rakic. His last fight was against Thiago Santos, which he won by unanimous decision. And yeah, I thought this fight, on paper, it looked really well. Both guys are really good kickboxers, with pretty good, decent ground game. I would definitely say it was interesting to say the least. Unfortunately, it ended in a horrible way. Nobody want to see a fight end like that. Round one starts, no real filling out process. Both guys come in striking, throwing really big shots. Jan started off with a leg kick, and the boxing from Rakic. It looked pretty good. Both guys implemented their game plan really well. I love the combination working that Jan was throwing. Constantly was left hook to the body, right over the top. If the left hook didn't land, the right over the top did. And then, he added in some kicks in between the combinations. Rakic, also, the boxing looked good. The jab looked good. Ended up cutting Jan Blachowicz in the first round. That ended up bothering his eye. I think it was a cut within, near the inside of the eye or whatnot. But nonetheless, he toughed it out, of course, and continue on fighting. Good exchanges. I feel like Jan not hurt Rakic pretty bad, but kind of hurt him in an exchange that they had when Rakic went for this lazy ass takedown, but ended up getting punched in the face for it. Kind of rocking him a little bit in the clinch, and even within the clinch, and even when they broke, I feel like Jan landed the bigger shots. I feel like Rakic just was faster, but Jan just, his timing was a little better tonight. To me, I feel like Rakic was a little off. He's usually explosive and really accurate when it comes to striking. Both guys are. So yeah, man, that's pretty much how the first round ended. I would give that round because to Jan for the better connection, good combination, very active with his leg kicking and strikes and combinations. Rakic did good, but I don't think he did enough to win that first round. And round two starts, and of course, begin on the feet. Both guys do a little bit of exchanges, and then Rakic goes and try to get a single leg, and from a single leg he transitioned to a sweep. Sweeping his base leg up from under him, doing a nice little leg sweep. And even though he got the takedown, he got the sweep, but kind of puts himself in a bad position because he ends up putting himself in a triangle in the process of doing that. And but nonetheless, he did a really good job. Rakic did on escaping the triangle choke from Jan Blachowicz. But that was a really good attempt from Jan. I don't really see him attempting too many submissions, but that was really good. And plus, it was already there. He kind of put himself in there. His arm was already in when he went for the takedown and whatnot after he fell on him. And from that point on, Rakic stood on top, peppering shots, elbows. And that's pretty much how that second round ended. Jan ended up getting back onto his feet, but it was towards the ending of the second round. Not enough for him to really do anything to really change the narrative of the second round. So going into the third, I had it personally one apiece. Like I said, Jan outstruck him, I believe, in that first round. And in the second round, Rakic out-grappled them, outworked them on the ground. Not by much, just the ground and pound and Jan's ability not being able to get back up to his feet, which I think cost him that round because he's still majority of the second on his back, until he got up towards the last seconds. And round three starts. Again, both guys exchanged pretty good. I feel like the hand and the timing definitely still belonged to Blachowicz, but I was still throwing that same combination with the leg kicks, throwing leg kicks. Rakic throwing big bombs too, landing his shots. And within one of those exchanges, and when I first heard of this fight being stopped, because I ended up watching it the following day because, I was watching the boxing fight with Charlo, so I didn't get to watch it at the same time. But when I did see that, his leg kind of gave out on him, I thought it was the leg that Jan was kicking when I was watching the fight. But then it ended up being the leg that was behind him, his rear leg, his base leg. Ended up giving out on him when he tried to come forward after a leg kick from Jan. Again, opposite leg, but he tried to come forward. His leg kind of like just gave out on him, and that's pretty much how the fight ended. And unfortunately, that it was an unfortunate ending that it ended that way. Both guys, really good fighters. I wouldn't want to see somebody lose like that. I wouldn't want to lose like that myself. But nonetheless, Jan gets the victory because Rakic was unable to continue. Ended up blowing out his knee. That freakishly sucks. Especially when you trying to get yourself into the title picture, get yourself up there so you can possibly fight whoever's the champion between Glover or Yuri Prochazka. Because I believe they're scheduled to fight. But nonetheless, Jan got the victory, and that puts him one step closer to fighting Glover Teixeira, or the winner of Glover Teixeira and Prochazka, which I think that fight alone is going to be interesting. Again, Jan looked good in this fight, for sure. So did Rakic. That third round, he looked like he was starting to turn it around, push the pace. So it would have been interesting to see if it would have went further than what it did. I feel like maybe Rakic would have probably tried to change it up and try to get those takedowns maybe and have Jan on his back. Just be mindful of little submissions here and there, maybe that Blachowicz would try to throw or try to get back on his feet. But nonetheless, we didn't get to see that happening. And, I hope Rakic is all good. And I hope he bounces back better than ever. For Jan, they said it in the interview that Glover, told him that, it could be a possibility that he can get the rematch for him and that fight can happen again. But, so yeah, man. Unfortunately, that's pretty much how the fight ended. Man, guys, if you guys like the video, make sure to throw those thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, guys. I would appreciate it. Thank you guys for the love and support. Really do appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me because I'm new to this whole thing like this, and it kind of throws me off a little, but I really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.